Hi guys, it's Bria here, and I am super excited because we're doing podcasts. We're doing interviews. Today in this Nomad interview, I am going to be interviewing the Black. He's here with me.
What's up, y'all? How we doing today?
Yes, we're super happy to have him here, and also super happy for this to be the first episode of our Nomad interviews. So, let me know, describe your alternative lifestyle. How are you living?
So, I live in a 2002 Kia Sportage, but I kind of do half and half, where I have like my family's house too, where I have a decent room that I come chill at, wash clothes, take a few showers if I need to, but majority of the week I'm in the car, riding around, working, bartending.
Okay, so you said you do it half and half. So half the time, I'm assuming, are you sleeping in the car, and then the other half you're sleeping at your family's home?
Pretty much. So, mainly I work about maybe 5 to 6 days out of the week. Those 5 to 6 days, I'm pretty much in the car chilling. But my off days, I'm pretty much trying to chill in the house, stretch out a little bit, eat some of their food, and then I get back on the road.
Okay, I feel you. So what made you consider alternative living? Like, were you previously living traditionally, like having your own apartment or maybe living full-time with your family?
So I had my own apartment for a while, and back when that COVID pandemic happened, things were kind of shaky for everybody in America. So I end up losing my apartment, and I was like, you know what? I don't need an apartment no more. I don't need to be wasting my time on spending half of my check on freaking utilities and water and freaking rent. So I just started driving around in my big van for a while. I had a Dodge Ram van that I stayed in for a good minute. And that was nice until the van kind of broke down for a little bit. So I purchased a little Kia, and now that's what I've been doing, riding around with that.
Okay, do you like it better in the Kia versus the van that you had before? Because I know a Kia is a smaller space than the van.
It's a smaller space, but it's easier to maneuver in the city. Riding around in a big van in the middle of the city, everybody knows, you're riding around and you probably sleeping there.
Remind us what city you're in?
I'm in Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay, yeah, so that's a busy city. I mean, that's where I'm from too. And the city is super packed with cars. When you get a little bit further out in the suburbs, it's a little easier to drive, but I can see how driving a huge van through the city could get a little hectic. So what preparations were needed to begin living alternatively or living in your Kia?
Well, mainly I had to kind of stop sitting in the house so much, though, because if I'm in the van, I can, use my whole Xbox, bring a TV into the van or something like that. But I really need to get something smaller and portable. So I had to buy myself a tablet, got myself a new controller to sync to it. So mainly I like to enjoy playing my games when I'm on my off time. So mainly getting that, buying a bunch of covers, buying wipes and stuff, tissue to have in the car, making sure I have a battery, just all types of things.
Yeah, and even those window coverings, right? Because if you're playing games in the car, you definitely don't want anybody peeping in on you.
Oh, yeah. So my window coverings. So I got 2 packs of window coverings, right? So I had 2 that go in the back that's kind of like sleeves. So it's like if you put on a sock for your window. So the windows are kind of tinted anyway. So with that, nobody can really see through my back windows. The front ones, I bought some window coverings that kind of zip up. They're already tinted already, but then you can zip it up to kind of close yourself off. I didn't really like it like that because being out here in the city so much, I ride around cops and stuff a lot. So, I don't give them no reason to pull me over. So, I was like, man, I had to kind of take those off at the moment.
Okay. Which is interesting because I actually got pulled over recently for my window coverings. My windows aren't tinted at all, but the coverings were enough for them to say, hey, what's going on? So even though I personally don't think it's illegal, it's definitely something to keep in mind with this lifestyle when you're blacking out your car, especially while you're driving. But I'm glad that you shared that with us. I'm interested to know, what is one con? And we'll start with a con because I feel like let's get the bad out the way and finish on the good. But what is one con and what is one pro of living this alternative lifestyle, living in a vehicle?
Let me see. One con I would probably have to say is like not really like having the space that you kind of need sometimes to really,
Yeah.
get dressed or, do something on the fly real fast. Like if I was in like a house, I'll probably, oh yeah, let me take my time putting on my clothes and stuff. But I kind of just like, hey, look, I've already showered and I'm going from one place to another. Let me just go and switch my shirt real fast and my pants, though, being a big dude, It's kind of, it's kind of hard to maneuver sometimes, but they ain't never just getting out of the car, and actually standing up and putting pants on.
Okay, I feel you on that. And I always say that this lifestyle is very unique and interesting to me, at least, because it looks very different for everybody. So I live in my Hyundai Sonata. You, like you mentioned, lived in a Dodge van before, and then went into the Kia that you're in now. So I'm sure you have way more space when you were in the van. The Kia is more maneuverable in the city, but like you said, that's something that you're missing out on. It's just having that extra space, like being in a home to kind of take your time getting ready. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah. So, and honestly, if I really was just in the van too, I would have more space to really, move around. That's why I hear a lot of people say, hey, yeah, car life is dope, but van life is kind of like, being in the house, but
That
on
step
wheels.
up or something.
Yeah, it's that level up. And it's kind of like I downgraded a bit. But it was kind of useful for being in a city because you can move inconspicuous, Nobody knows I'm really there. I can pull up into a garage or something like that. Well, until one of those garage ports in the middle of the city and just chill. Nobody knows. They're like, all right, cool. He went down there. He ordered a sandwich. He came back up and went to his car.